Yo! Alam niyo ba na yung style ng pag-code mo pwedeng maka-apekto sa future ng buong project? Parang choice between fast food meal versus lutong bahay na plan. Today, pag-uusapan natin yung Object-Oriented Programming or OOP. I-compare natin siya sa Procedural Programming tapos ihimayin natin yung mga key concepts gamit ang real-life examples at actual code snippets. Promise, after this video, mas madali na intindihin bakit OOP ang sobrang useful. Sa procedural programming, isipin mo parang recipe yan. So, step by step, wala na tayong ibang gagawin, kundi susundan lang natin yun. So, halimbawa dito, kung gusto kong gumawa ng isang simpleng coffee system gamit ang procedural style. So, una, meron tayong mga variables na in sugar level na merong value na 2 and meron tayong boolean na may variable name na has milk na naka-specify yung value niya na 2. So, ibig sabihin, gusto natin ng 2 kutsarang asukal at may gatas yung kape natin. Next, gumagawa tayo ng functions na papangalanan natin na make coffee. So, yung void make coffee natin, ito yung pinaka-functions or pinaka-method natin. So, sa loob nito, meron tayong parameter na in sugar level kung ano yung variable natin dito. So, in sugar level and boolean has milk. Then, magde-declare lang tayo or mag-s out lang tayo ng brewing coffee, then yung condition natin na has milk, and then s out again ng adding milk. And then another one, sa labas ng if statement natin, is yung system s out adding plus yung sugar level na variable natin, and kung another statement na spoons of sugar. Then after nun, s out again of coffee is ready. Dito, parang may step-by-step instructions kung paano gumagawa ng kape. Una, i-brew muna natin yung coffee, tapos check natin kung may milk, yung has milk natin na naka-equals kay true. Then, mag-a-add tayo ng milk. Then, next naman ay maglalagay ng sugar, depende sa kung ilang kutsara ang in-input. So, sa variable natin, meron tayong value na 2 dun sa integer na sugar level natin. And then, at the end, i-print lang natin si coffee is ready. Finally, para tumakbo yung function, tatawagin natin siya sa main method natin gamit yung mga variables na nasa itaas. So, make coffee, yung pangalan ng method natin, then inside that parameter is yung sugar level or attributes arguments is yung sugar level and then has milk. So, ang output niya or expected output nito ay magiging ganito. Brewing coffee, adding milk, adding 2 spoons of sugar, and then coffee is ready. So, ganito gumagana yung procedural approach. Step by step lang siya na parang recipe ng pagluluto. Nakafocus siya sa mga instructions at kung paano isasagawa yung process. Dito, lahat ng logic ay nasa function. Kapag gusto mong baguhin, kailangan mong ulit-ulitin. Pero sa OOP, mas organized. Gumagamit ka ng class at object.
This time naman, titingnan natin kung paano gumagana ang object-oriented programming gamit yung parehong coffee example kanina. Kung sa procedural approach ay recipe lang siya na step-by-step, dito sa OOP, gagawin natin siyang parang isang object. What I mean is yung coffee mismo.
So, ano meron dito? Gumawa tayo ng class coffee o parang blueprint ito kung paano gumawa ng coffee object. May 2 attributes or properties, sugar level at has milk. O sa loob ng constructor na coffee, meron tayong int sugar level at boolean has milk. Sinundan ng this dot or period sugar level is equal to sugar level, this period has milk is equals to has milk. Dito natin sinasabi na kapag gumawa ka ng coffee object, kailangan mo iset yung sugar at milk. Then may method tayo na brew. Ito yung actual na nagpe-perform ng steps para gawin yung kape. Main program. Ngayon, sa main program, gumawa tayo ng isang coffee object. Coffee, my coffee as our variable equals new coffee, valued by 2 and true. And susundan natin ng my coffee but brew with parentheses. So dito, nag-create tayo ng coffee na may 2 spoons ng sugar at may milk. Kapag tinawag natin si my coffee.brew, parentheses, ganito yung output. Brewing coffee, adding milk, adding 2 spoons of sugar, coffee ready. Kung may procedural approach ay parang listahan lang ng steps. Sa OOP naman, ginagawa nating object yung coffee. ito ay may sarili siyang properties which are yung sugar level at milk. May sarili siyang behavior na yung method na brew. Ang maganda dito, pwede kang gumawa ng maraming coffee objects with different settings. For example, coffee, black coffee is equals to new coffee, 0, false. Pangalawang object, coffee, sweet coffee equals new coffee, 3 and 2. So kahit parehong coffee, may kanya-kanyang flavor depende sa values na nilagay mo. Yan yung power ng OOP, the reusability at organization.
So una, gumawa tayo ng base class na character natin. May property siya na health at attack power at may method na attack. So default behavior niya ay simple lang na magpiprint ng character attacks. Then ngayon, gumawa tayo ng subclass na warrior na nag-extend kay character. So dahil inherited ito, meron din siyang health at attack power. Pero ino-override niya yung attack method, kaya ang output ay warrior sing sword. The next naman, same din kay mage. Inherited siya kay character, pero iba yung attack method niya. Instead of sword, si mage ay nagkakas ng fireball. Ngayon, na sa main program natin, gumagawa tayo ng dalawang characters, which are isang warrior at isang mage. Pero pansinin nyo na naka-declare sila as character. And this is what we call polymorphism, na kahit naka-declare as a parent class, alam ng Java program na kung anong class talaga sila. Kapag tinawag natin yung attack, si warrior, warrior sing sword. Pag si mage naman, mage cast fireball. So yan ang power ng inheritance at method overriding. May one method din, pero iba-iba ang resulta. Depende sa object natin. Kita nyo, gamit ang inheritance at polymorphism, iba-iba ang behavior kahit parehas ang method name na attack. So, kapag gusto mong magdagdag ng bagong class like archer, hindi na kailangan sirain yung buong code. Idagdag mo lang yung archer class na nag-i-inherit kay character.
Yung class na tinatawag, ito yung blueprint, like plano ng bahay. Yung object naman ay yung actual na kotse na ginawa mula sa blueprint. Sa encapsulation ay parang ATM system. Hindi ka nga makakapag-withdraw directly sa vault. May interface lang na pwede mong gamitin safely. Inheritance naman is ito yung pag-adopt or pag-inherit from the word itself ng feature, tulad ng anak na same physical appearance ng parent side. Sa polymorphism, same command pero different action. Parang command na dance with parentheses. Inside this ay pwedeng maging hip-hop, ballet, TikTok dance, pero same call lang. Simple lang ang abstraction, like driver's control, car without knowing engine events. Sa code, abstraction hides complexity.
Thanks for watching. This is 2B Team, and remember, IT doesn't just mean information technology. IT means I teach.